let's talk about when you need to have a business plan and when you should write one. Okay? There's actually only two instances in which you need to have a business plan. The first one is if some person, like an investor or a potential big partner, some person or an organization, like a bank or someone else like that, specifically asks you for it. If they ask you for it, write one. I would not write one before that because you may never actually get asked for one. Not all investors ask for it. Not all organizations work the same way, right? And even when they do ask you for it, you should ask them what kind they want. You know, some people like a very short one, just brief stuff. Some people like a tremendous amount of detail. So you have to have that clarification. And right, so don't write that before they ask you. When they do ask you, clarify exactly what they would be looking for. How long, about how level of detail. That's the kind of thing you should clarify and then write it. Now, the second time when you should write a business plan, not write a business plan, but have a business plan, is for yourself, to organize your own ideas. Because one of the true benefits for everyone of business planning, not even necessarily having a written business plan, but business planning, the process of planning, is to identify the mistakes in your initial strategy so that you can get those mistakes out and figure out successful ways around them, right? Because a mistake that's caught during the planning phase costs you nothing, costs you literally minutes of time. But a mistake, that same mistake, that if you let it slip, and if you ended up making it, and if you follow that business strategy, and months later or weeks later, and some money spent later, and your business is operational, and then you realize, oh my God, that was a mistake, then it's going to cost you weeks or months of time and money to reverse that, right? So it's a world of difference. So for every mistake that you catch during the business planning phase, it's like you saved yourself weeks or months of effort, not to mention money. And that's really the value of rigorous business planning. A good business plan will be one where you went through the process of planning, maybe by yourself, maybe with your business partners, maybe with a coach, and really identified all the right strategies, identified as many mistakes as possible, never going to catch all of them, but as many mistakes as possible, and created a fantastic plan where there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you have step A, B, C, D, and boom, success. That's a fantastic business plan that every entrepreneur should have just for themselves. So that's when you should have a business plan. That's the two cases.